Today's edition of Back Roads of Illinois. We were bringing you lasted for farming sources and information sponsored by AgriGold. We're glad you're here on a Friday afternoon. I'm Cesar Delgado. I am your host for today's program. We were watching the markets for the spending bill about the 45Z for the ethanol markets for Wednesday evening, but it's called off by the Republicans. We were going to hear from Emily Skor on the year-around 315 for the ethanol demand on right here on the show. We were going to have a conversation about the harvest season in Iowa with Jay Matthews from Growmarks on Monday. We were hearing from the CEO, Emily Skor, Growth Energy.
E15 lowers emissions, saves drivers money, and increases American energy dominance. Giving consumers the chance to choose this fuel year-round would be an early Christmas present to American drivers, the nation's rural communities that depend on a strong renewable fuel sector, and to the environment.
Emily Skor was urgent need to be having E15 year-round from Congress in Washington, D.C.
We are grateful that our numerous congressional champions worked tirelessly to get this bill included, and that congressional leadership has endorsed this common sense, bipartisan, bicameral energy solution. We encourage senators and representatives to vote in favor of this package so that year-round E15 becomes the law of the land.
The CEO of Growth Energy. She is willing to continue to be working on the E15 year-round for the farmers and the biofuel industry in the Midwest and around the country.
Growth Energy, the nation's largest biofuel trade association, urged lawmakers to support a year-end funding package that includes a legislative fix that would allow for the year-round sale of E15. It's a blend of gasoline and 15% American bioethanol that costs less than standard fuel, lowers emissions, and can be used in 96% of all cars on the road today. In response to the fix's inclusion in a congressional year-end funding package, Growth Energy CEO Emily Skor was pleased.
E15 lowers emissions, saves drivers money, and increases American energy dominance. Giving consumers the chance to choose this fuel year-round would be an early Christmas present to American drivers, the nation's rural communities that depend on a strong renewable fuel sector, and to the environment.
Growth Energy is grateful for the tireless work of their numerous congressional champions to get the bill included.
We are grateful that our numerous congressional champions worked tirelessly to get this bill included, and that congressional leadership has endorsed this common sense, bipartisan, bicameral energy solution. We encourage senators and representatives to vote in favor of this package so that year-round E15 becomes the law of the land.
Again, that's Growth Energy.
Let's go to the cattle cash markets in the Midwest. Steer weight is 63. 34 for pounds. Heifer weight is 63. 34 per pounds. Let's go with the choice cut. Primary loin is 390.29. Primary brisket is 264.86. This been the cash markets with Cash Cattle Markets on Back Roads of Illinois. March feeder cattle dollar plus 1.250, closing at $255.825. February live cattle dollar plus 1.820, closing at $188.400. February lean hogs dollar plus 2.300, closing at $85.925. March corn plus 4 single quote 5, closing at $4.36 single quote 2. March soybeans plus 12 single quote 6, closing at $9.79 single quote 2. March Chicago wheat 0 single quote 0, closing at $5.33 single quote 0. March KC wheat plus 1 single quote 4, closing at $5.44 single quote 6. Closing quotes provided by Kyle R. Bumstead Branch Office Manager Erickson, Nebraska 308-708-7340. Important dates. Thanks to our friends from Allendale Inc. Thanks for listening One Back Roads of Illinois. Otherwise, you can listen to our show on YouTube and whenever you get your podcast. This has been Back Roads of Illinois. I am Cesar Delgado. Have a great day.